Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Anybody that's new to the channel, my name is Chris, and in this video we're going to talk about Palantir Technologies stock. Now Palantir just released their earnings, and many analysts and investors believe that this company underperformed in their earnings call, basically dropping this company double figures. So in this video I want to talk about what exactly happened in the earnings call that have analysts and investors so worried about this company. But at the same time, I want to point out some key points that if you're a Palantir shareholder, to why you should actually be excited about this company long term. As always, try to give you guys the most up-to-date information that I possibly can to make sure you guys are the most up-to-date and well-informed. And if this is something you like and do enjoy, please remember to give me a big thumbs up. It does help out the channel. So without further ado, guys, let's talk about Palantir. Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR, right now after hours is trading at $27.84. You can see that in this one trading day, Palantir dropped 12.75%. Okay, if we take a look back at the past 5 trading days, there has been a quite bit of a sell-off. Okay, so should investors be worried? I don't think so. Let's talk about more about their earnings call, right? They have a market cap of 52.2 billion and an average volume of 71.9 million, okay? And they had a 52-week high of $45. So you can see that since then, there has been quite of a sell-off. This just happened less than a month ago where they had around $44.54, okay? Now, Palantir Technology stock has been a very incredible company since it first got IPO'd. Palantir builds software platforms for institutions, okay? And this year, in the first couple months of the year 2021, Palantir had a demonstration day or a demo day where they basically showed their 2 main products, the Foundry and Gotham. Okay, now this is basically going to help a lot of different industries and a lot of commercialized industries and specific private industries to basically help with data analytics, right? And it kind of did help out many different types of companies and investors that, because they did start to get attracted by more Palantir stock. That's why they did even lock up a new deal with IBM, which in my opinion was a pretty big first step in the right direction for Palantir Technologies. But when Palantir reported their earnings, there was many different mixed emotions. For example, Alice Karp, co-founder and CEO, stated, obvious macro trend that is almost becoming blatantly that the world is becoming a software world and the institutions that survive and thrive and provide benefits to their citizens, both in terms of actual output, but also real output, meaning the output includes data protection. Okay, so when you hear stuff like this and different quotes from the CEO of Palantir, it does get you excited and you just hyped up waiting for the numbers, right? But when Palantir Technologies reported their earnings and the actual numbers, there was a huge sell-off, okay? So what exactly happened? Well, Palantir said that it lost 8 cents a share in their fourth quarter on a revenue of $322 million. The earnings fell short of Wall Street's 2 cent per share profit estimate, but the revenue beat was about $22 million, okay? So revenue went up, but the earnings per share went down and did not meet analyst expectations, okay? So obviously sometimes when you don't meet analyst expectations, there's a huge sell-off. But this prediction, a 10-cent differential to what exactly analysts predicted to what actually happened, was a huge difference. So obviously there was a big sell-off, okay? But not all things is lost when it comes to Palantir. They generated $1.1 billion revenue, up 47% year over year. Okay, their average revenue per customer was $7.9 million, 41% gain year over year. In Q4 2020, they generated $322 million in revenue, up 40% year over year. They had a loss of operations of $156.6 million, but includes $241.8 million in stock-based compensation, $18.9 million in related employer payroll taxes. Okay, so, but not all is lost. Again, in Q4 2020, they signed 21 contracts worth $5 million or more in total contract value, including 12 contracts each worth $10 million or more in value, okay, which in my opinion is pretty dang good. But the one thing that really stands out is the operations lost. But a lot of people don't really understand that the stock-based compensation was a big loss for the company. Okay, but if the stock-based compensation is not technically a really big loss, okay, it could just be like a write-off for the company. Okay, so in a way, in my opinion, I kind of see this. Yes, it is a net loss in the company, but it is in a way a profit. Okay, in my opinion. Okay, so let's see Their outlook for the rest of year 2021, they expect a revenue growth of 30%. Okay, this was another thing that a lot of analysts and investors were kind of worried about. They were hoping that they were up their percentages in revenue by at least 40% to make sure that the valuation of the company comes up to par to what it actually is, right? Because you don't want to be trading overestimating your revenue, because then you're considered an overvalued company. So they were hoping a 40% revenue growth by 2021, and that will actually help out balance the valuation of Palantir right now. Their Q1 2020, they expect a year-over-year revenue growth of 45% and adjusted operating margins of 23%. Okay, so right here, the 45% in revenue growth in the first quarter alone, it's already getting me excited. It's already breaking the predictions of the 30%, for the year of 2021. Okay, I don't think this actually takes into play the contract that they had with IBM, which in my opinion, guys, was a pretty big deal as well. Okay, but in the Q4 earnings, they did lock up a lot of contracts with the U.S. Army, U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the UK National Health Service, and some other customers that which Palantir said it inked new contracts in a 3-month period. Okay, and it does not talk about the IBM contract as well, so that's also something to keep in mind. So Palantir, in my opinion, probably did even better than a lot of people expected. Okay, even though they had an operation loss and it did not meet analyst expectations, making it seem it was a disappointing quarter, but it was pretty exciting. This company is still growing. Okay, this company is going to continue to grow. They even have a prediction of $4 billion of revenue by year 2025. Okay, and if you're not a shareholder for Palantir, doesn't it get you kind of excited to kind of see the type of growth this company can actually do within the next couple years? It does get pretty exciting. Okay, now the one major thing that I want to talk about is that in this week they're gonna have their lockup expiration. Okay, so this particular week for Palantir is going to be extremely volatile. Many investors might be selling off, and maybe even insiders might be selling off their shares to get some of the profits that Palantir has generated. So always keep that in mind, guys. There is some risks and some volatility going into Palantir for this week. Okay, so that's basically one of the major things to why Palantir has been dipping up just quite a bit, because the lockup expirations and their earnings. But if you're going to be a Palantir shareholder long term, you could hold this company. You could actually see the type of growth this company actually has been doing. Right now, they don't have the revenue to compensate their valuation, but it's going to keep growing. Okay, already in Q1, the predictions are already up 45%. In my opinion, that's a pretty good thing. So they're already beating their expectations of year 2021. They already have huge contracts, especially the partnership that they're going to have with IBM. And they're going to be releasing a product on March 26th. That's around the prediction that they're going to be releasing a new AI chip. So Palantir is going to be performing pretty quite well year 2021. Maybe they didn't say 40 or 50% growth year over year to not shoot themselves in the foot if they underperform in the year. At the end of the day, they are trying to keep investors happy at the same time. They want people to keep investing into Palantir. So that's one of the major things that people are not really considering. And when it comes to Palantir stock share price, guys, I do believe there's going to be a little bit more of a sell-off once the lockup expiration does happen. There's going to be a lot of volatility this one particular week because of a lot of anxiety, anticipation, and just nervousness with investors and insiders. Okay, so I do see this stock dropping to the around $24, $25 range. Okay, but if it keeps on dipping, that might even come to the par to their valuations. They might consider their revenue and to their valuations. So if it does drop around that price, I may even start to consider buying even more shares of Palantir stock. Okay, because when it comes to Palantir, if you're looking to buy Palantir short term, it may not be a pretty good idea. But if you're going to be holding Palantir long term, Palantir as a company is going to keep on growing and expanding, especially if they do hit that threshold of $4 billion in revenue by year 2025. That is pretty exciting to see as a Palantir shareholder long term. All right, guys, so that's basically the video. I hope I did update you guys on Palantir and why there was a huge sell-off recently in this one trading day. All right, guys, so as always, I always try to give you guys the most up-to-date information that I possibly can. If it's something you like, please remember to give the boy a big thumbs up. It does help out the channel a lot. Trust me, it does help me out a lot. All right, guys, so thank y'all for watching. I have been appreciating each and every one of you every single day. I try to make us the better content and the most up-to-date content I possibly can, just to make sure you guys are the most informed. All right, guys, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Peace out. Till next time, guys. Bye.